My name is Sarah Ahmed, and the day my own family demanded to speak to the owner about me was the day they realized how little they actually knew. It was a quiet afternoon, the kind where everything runs smoothly. No noise, no pressure, just systems working exactly the way they're designed to. I was standing behind the reception desk. Same place I stand every day. Same calm posture. Same controlled environment. To anyone walking in, I looked like just another receptionist. And that was exactly the point. The glass doors opened, and the moment I saw them, I knew. My mother walked in first. Sharp eyes, tight expression, already scanning the place. My father followed, silent, observing, judging. Then my uncle and cousin, talking quietly, looking around like they were evaluating a business deal, not visiting their own family. My cousin leaned toward my uncle and whispered, "At least she found something." I heard it. I always do. But I didn't react, because reacting gives people permission to continue. My mother walked straight up to the desk. No smile, no greeting. "We need to talk," she said. Direct, controlled, not a request. I kept my voice calm. "I'm working," I replied. That didn't sit well with her. "You can step away for a minute," she said. "This is important. Important. To them. Not to me." "What's going on?" I asked. My father stepped closer. "We've been hearing things," he said. "Vague. Always vague." "What kind of things?" I asked. "That you're wasting your time here," my uncle added. "That this isn't what you studied for." My cousin smirked. "Reception," he said quietly. "That's your big plan?" There it was. The judgment. The assumption. The belief that they already understood my entire life. Based on where I was standing. I looked at him. Calm. Unbothered. But inside, something settled. Not anger. Not frustration. Just clarity. Because moments like this remove all doubt. My mother leaned in slightly, lowering her voice. "You've embarrassed us enough," she said. "We didn't raise you for this." That sentence was meant to shrink me, to reduce everything I had built into a single visible role. "This is my work," I said. She shook her head immediately. "No," she said. "This is where you stand, not what you are." My father exhaled slowly, clearly done with the conversation. "Call the owner," he said. I blinked once. "What?" "We want to speak to whoever runs this place," he continued. "This situation isn't acceptable. Acceptable. To them. Not to me." My uncle nodded. "Yes, call the owner," he said. "We need to understand why you're here." My cousin added. "Yeah, let's see who thought this was a good idea. Hired me. Evaluated me. Placed me. That's what they believed." I looked at all of them, one by one, taking in the confidence, the certainty, the complete misunderstanding of the situation. They weren't talking to me. They were talking about me. And that changed everything. Because once people stop seeing you, they start defining you. And that's when they make mistakes. Big ones. "You want to speak to the owner?" I asked calmly. "Yes," my father said. "Now," my mother added. I glanced around the lobby. Everything in place. Everything running smoothly. Exactly as designed. Then back at them. And for a moment, I considered letting them continue. Calling someone. Stepping aside. Letting them believe they were right. But no, not this time. Because this moment was too clear. Too revealing. Too important. I straightened slightly. Hands resting calmly on the desk. "Are you sure?" I asked. My cousin rolled his eyes. "Why do you keep asking?" he said. "Just call them." My uncle added. "What's the delay?" I held their gaze. Steady. Unshaken. "Because," I said slowly, "this might not go the way you expect." A short pause. Confusion. Then my father said, "Enough. Call the owner." There it was. Final. Absolute. The assumption that I had no authority here. That I was just temporary. Replaceable. Unimportant. I nodded once. Reached toward the panel under the desk. Pressed a single button. Not dialing. Activating. A silent internal signal. "This is reception," I said calmly. "I have visitors requesting to speak to the owner." A brief pause. Then a clear response through the system. "Understood. Would you like us to come down?" I looked at my family. Still confident. Still waiting. Still unaware. "I'll handle it," I said. Then ended the call. My cousin leaned forward. "Good," he said. "Let's see who shows up." I gave a small nod. Then looked directly at them. Calm. Certain. Unshaken. And said, "You're already speaking to the owner." Silence. Instant. Heavy. Because the words didn't register right away. My mother frowned. "What?" My father stared at me, trying to process. My uncle's expression shifted. Just slightly. My cousin laughed. Short. Dismissive. "Nice joke," he said. But I didn't smile. Didn't repeat it. Didn't explain. I just stood there. Exactly where I had been the whole time. Because the truth doesn't need volume. It just needs a moment to land. And slowly, it did. "No," my father said, voice tight. "That's not possible." I didn't argue. I simply stepped out from behind the reception desk. Not rushed. Not dramatic. Just intentional. And that's when things started to shift. Subtle at first. A security guard near the entrance straightened immediately. A staff member passing by paused. Then nodded respectfully. "Good afternoon, ma'am." Ma'am. Not casual. Not polite. Professional. Precise. My cousin noticed first. His smirk faded. "Why are they talking to you like that?" he muttered. I didn't answer. I kept walking. Toward the glass corridor that led deeper into the building. Footsteps echoing softly. Controlled. Measured. A floor manager approached quickly. Slightly out of breath. "Ma'am, do you need assistance?" he asked. I shook my head. "Not right now." He stepped aside instantly. Of course, and waited, not for instructions, but for permission to leave. That's when my mother spoke. Lower now, less certain. Sarah, what is this? I turned slowly, faced them again. This is my building, I said. No emphasis, no force, just truth. My father stepped forward. You expect us to believe that? He said. I didn't respond with words. I responded with action. I walked to the security panel beside the glass doors, placed my hand against the scanner. A soft green light, a quiet beep. Then, access granted. Welcome, Ms. Ahmed. The doors unlocked instantly. Smooth, effortless, final. Silence filled the space. Not confusion this time. Recognition. Because systems don't lie. My uncle took a step back. My cousin looked around, as if hoping someone would laugh. No one did. My mother's eyes moved from the doors, back to me, slowly, trying to match the person she thought she knew, with the one standing in front of her. And my father, for the first time, said nothing. Because now, it wasn't a claim. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't even a surprise anymore. It was reality. Clear, visible, undeniable. Everything they thought they understood about me collapsed quietly. No one moved. Not because they didn't want to, but because they didn't know how to. My mother looked around the space again, this time carefully, as if she was seeing it for the first time. You own all of this? She asked quietly. I nodded. Yes. No explanation. No details. Just truth. My father exhaled slowly. A long breath. You should have told us, he said. I met his eyes. Calm. You never asked, I replied. Silence. But different now. Not tense. Not defensive. Just honest. My cousin looked down. Embarrassed. My uncle stayed quiet. For once. No comments. No sarcasm. Just understanding. I stepped back toward the reception desk. Not to prove anything. Just to return to where I belonged. Because this was never about showing power. It was about being seen. Correctly. I have work to do, I said. Simple. Professional. Final. No one stopped me. Because now, they understood something they hadn't before. I wasn't someone to question, or define, or control. I was someone they never truly knew. And that was their mistake. I turned slightly, then added quietly. Next time, ask before you assume. And walked away. The lobby returned to silence. But the understanding stayed. Glowing star moral of the story. Never judge someone by the role you see them in. Sometimes the person you underestimate is the one in control of everything.